Hey, what's up YouTube? Hi y'all been. So there guys, before I go any further, I want to send a very big special thank you to my buddy Zeldin. So some of you people may have already seen me on his channel every now and then or so. Some people may not. For those who have not or new to Zeldin's channel, my name is Christian Dragoon. I'm Zeldin's buddy for 10 plus years or so. You will see me every now and then on Zeldin's channel. But for those who want to see what I do on my own channel, I do kind of a little bit similar to what Zeldin does on his own channel. Only except when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, I do dragon stuff instead of spellcaster stuff, and for Vanguard instead of paladin stuff, I normally do Kagero and Narukami stuff. So if any of you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, check out my own channel, Christian Dragoon. The link will be in the description down below, or if not, worst case scenario, type down Christian Dragoon, and you may find me eventually. So again, thank you, buddy, for letting me post this video on your channel right here. And he asked me to do a video of an updated version of my Kagero Lawkeeper deck profile. Now, for those of you who do not know, yes, Dote is my favorite deck of all times when it comes to CardFight Vanguard. Now, what's so special about Lawkeeper to me is it's the very first actual legit Kagero deck I've actually had to put together when I first got into Vanguard here. Lawkeeper is a very good deck right here. It's all aggressive, it's all power, it gets in there as fast as it possibly can, and it gets in a lot of damage as much as possible, and it definitely does really well with utilizing the Lawkeeper, which is a very fantastic, amazing card. And with that being said, I'm going to do the deck profile of this deck right now, shall we? Alright, here we go. Start off with starting Vanguard. One Lizard Soldier Conroe. Conroe is pretty good. Conroe is like really good. He's a forerunner, which means if he's your starting Vanguard and you ride a Kagero unit on top of him, and you know same clan on top of him, you can take him out of your soul and call him to your separate rearguard circle instead if you like. And he also has a rearguard ability where you counterblast one card, retire him, get any grade 1 Kagero from your deck to your hand. So it gives you the power to search out your perfect guard, your bars, which is really good. Gives you a lot of options what to do. Now in Japan of the OCG, they already said that Conroe is banned. Now I'm not sure it's an effect of that, if that is an effect in the US TCG yet. But until then, I'm going to keep using Conroe best I can. If he does become banned, oh well, worst case scenario, just replace him with Red Pulse Kid, which is a very good substitute till then. Next for the trigger lineup, the 4 heals. I don't think I need to go any explanation why this is really good in this deck right here. And for the rest of my triggers, now, when it comes to Vanguard, my trigger lineup is kind of odder than how most trigger lineups are supposed to be when it comes to Kagero. Now, my lineup is, especially when it comes to Lawkeeper, like, actually, this is pretty much the same with most standard decks, but with Lawkeeper, you normally supposedly supposed to play 8 crits and 4 draws. In my deck, I end up doing the exact opposite. Well, not the exact opposite. Pardon me. I end up doing instead of the 8-4, I'm gonna be doing a 6-6, and that is a 6 critical and 6 draw lineup. Now, for those who are wondering why am I doing this over the 8 critical and 4 draw lineup, and for those who want to say that the 8 critical and 4 draw lineup is a little bit better, now I prefer this lineup right here when it comes to Lawkeeper, because this lineup right here, yes, it's very important to be aggressive and getting your damage as fast as you possibly can, but at the same time, keep in mind the deck really needs Lawkeeper, and the deck is very reliant on Lawkeeper, so you really need some stuff to get drawn to your Lawkeeper as fast as you possibly can. Get your stuff going as fast as you can. The faster you draw into your Lawkeeper, the better your strategies will be, and all that good such. So 6-6 just evens out pretty good, and it just gives me a well-controlled, well-balanced situation when it comes to me and my deck right here. So 6-6 is definitely going to be good for a long time. That's it for the zeros. For the grade 1s, we have the 4 bars, no explanation with bar. Just your standard grade 1 8K vanilla. That's pretty much recommended to any deck that can bring it out. The 4 perfect guards. Well, okay, maybe it's not recommended every deck. I was just saying random things. I don't know. Anyways, the 4 perfect guards. We have the 4 Dragonmon Gojo. Gojo is very good in this deck right here because like I said with the draw triggers, you really do need something to draw on your stuff as fast as you possibly can. And who else better besides your draw triggers than your Dragonmon Gojo? He has an ability where you rest him and you can just pitch a card you don't need and draw a card. Help you get to your stuff a lot easier, so you can land your Lawkeeper and last sooner, all that good such. So this guy is definitely very good. I don't think this guy will be taken out very soon, unless I pick up something interesting. Excuse me, I apologize. Where was I? Oh yeah. Any changes I would make it with the deck. I'll get the grade 1, finish all the grade 1s lineup before I do anything else. And the last of the grade 1 lineup is the 2 Lizard Soldier Rapier. Rapier is very good. This guy is literally your Lawkeeper's crime time fighting partner and all that good such. His ability is whenever he's boosting a Kagero Vanguard while your opponent has 2 or less rear guards, the unit that he is boosting automatically gains additional 4,000. So when you go over the Lawkeeper's limit break ability and bind all your opponent's rear guards, and he gains 3,000 due to his ability, when you swing with your Lawkeeper, here we go. When you swing with your Lawkeeper and with him being boosted by Rapier, Lawkeeper becomes 23 power on its own, and that's not even including what you can possibly get out of your drive check as well. So if you don't get Rapier, it's not the end of the world. You still got some good stuff that'll help you support him. But if you can ride him, if you do get to call him and he boosts your Lawkeeper, then you should be set to go. I'm sorry. It's about 2 o'clock at the time I'm recording this video. I apologize. So Rapier is definitely pretty good. Any changes to the deck I would make if I had to. I would try to find 2 copies of that one Flame Dragon Kagero card. It's a great one, 7,000 power. Just like Dragonmon Gojo, he allows you to pitch a card, draw a card, but you only get that ability when you first call him, whatever such, and you don't get to really use his effect ever again unless you call or write him again, whatever such. So other than that, the grade 1 lineup is pretty good. 14 grade 1s is very good, very solid. The reason I'm playing for only 14 instead of 15 because I'm playing 11 grade 2s and 8 grade 3s, which balances out the deck a little bit for some powerhouseness and such. Alright, that's it for the grade 1s, as I just said. For the grade 2s, I'm going to be playing 4 copies of each of the 10k grade 2 vanillas of the deck. Now, this is very important right here because Lawkeeper is all about being very aggressive. So the stronger your rear guards are, the stronger your attacks will be. These guys helps you utilize that ability right here, and especially when you even if you end up riding one or the other as your Vanguard or as such, that'll be fine because you'll still have 7 10k grade 2 rear guards ready to back you up, all that good such. These guys are definitely. It's really good to play these 2 guys at 8 because you really do want 7 as your lucky number, as the amount of grade 2s you really want to boost your Lawkeeper, all that good such. And all in all, this is just really great. Helps you reestablish power, helps you reestablish dominance, and helps you remain control on the board, all that good such. And to finish all the grade 1 lineup is the 3 copies of Berserk Dragon. Berserk Dragon's pretty good right here because yes, this deck does bind your opponent's rear guards a lot with all that good such. But keep in mind when your Lawkeeper does bind your opponent's rear guards, it was 5 exactly. Sorry. Your opponent will most likely not allow that one rear guard that giving you problems to be retired or as such. So with Berserk Dragon, you can pretty much almost guarantee that. Or maybe not always guarantee it, but you can pretty much be that much closer to taking it out. I played 3, so I can really see it. You really only need if I can pull out with Berserk Dragon at least once, then the rest of that game being all about using Lawkeeper's ability, I should be pretty set and pretty fine, and I should be able to get into my stuff a lot easier, all that good such. Remain established with control to my opponent's board, and just go for the game and such. That's it for the grade 1 or grade 2s. For the finish all the deck lineup is the grade 3s. And that is 4 copies of Dual X Archdragons. Now, Archdragon is a very good asset to this deck right here. He's a grade 3. He's definitely another good card that you can have right next. Just like the 10k grade 2 units right here. This guy is a very good backup for both those sides of the deck. The 10k grade 2 rear guards and the Lawkeeper, like as such. So these guys are like really good friends right here. Dual X Arch Dragon gets 3,000 while he's attacking, as long as your opponent has 2 or less rear guards. So while this guy's your rear guard and your Vanguard's going off with Lawkeeper or whatever such, your opponent will have less than 2 rear guards, and you will be able to go off with some crazy huge effects. And your opponent will just have a difficult time taking over the game a little bit and fighting you off with your huge heavy attacks. And last but not least, the heart of the entire deck, and that is the 4 copies of Dragonic Lawkeeper. Now, for those who do not know what Lawkeeper does, Lawkeeper is a grade 3 10k Kagero Flame Dragon with limit break 4. Yeah, with limit break 4 for Counter Blast 1 card, bind all of your opponent's rear guards and And at the beginning of the end phase of the turn, your opponent chooses up to 4 of those rear cards that are binded by this card's effect and put them in separate rear guard circles, and then choose it. And then the 5th card goes to the drop zone. So this unit gets plus 3,000 power if your opponent has 2 or less rear guards. Now this is definitely a really good amount of power right here, because Lawkeeper just takes over the game really fast. The ability to just bind all your opponent's rear guards is just very powerful, very strong, and something not too often that your opponent can really deal with too often these days in the game. So Lawkeeper is just a big old dominant powerhouse that will really get in there very well. And yeah, this is why this deck is really good, because Lawkeeper just gets in there very well. Now, a lot of people, not a lot of people, but I've seen some people on YouTube saying stuff how they want to try out Dauntless Lawkeeper and see if it works out, and I'll admit I did do that as well. Dauntless Lawkeeper is one of those decks that's like a good combination, but it's somewhat a bad combination at the same time. Like, the good combination part of this deck right here is the part where your Dauntless Drive Dragon will give your Lawkeeper the ability to attack again, so you just swing again eventually, and just take over the game very fastly, and you just abuse the drive trigger checks so you can just get out your both attacks and all that good such. Now, at the same time, it's not the greatest, because unlike Dote or Dauntless Dote and all that good such, it's not really a deck that can really coexist the situation that you can do with Dauntless Drive Dragon that much like you would think with Dote. So if you're gonna play Dauntless, but I'm not saying anyone is wrong with playing Dauntless in their Kagero deck for Lawkeeper, but if you're gonna play Lawkeeper with Dauntless together, you may want to do some planning out with the deck a little bit, because a lot of strategies of Dauntless Dote is a little bit different from Dauntless Lawkeeper. So there's got to be like a little bit of things you got to keep in mind. Dauntless is kind of costly, so you may want to be careful when you're playing Lawkeeper Dauntless, because when you're playing Lawkeeper Dauntless and you go off with the right to the second attack already, and if you have now won, good chances are you're not gonna have anything to protect your Vanguard that often, and most likely your opponent will be able to win for game. So it's just really based on players' preference. Give it a try. It's all really based upon who really does what they do with it. And with that being said, I'm gonna be out. Again, thank you, Zeldin, for letting me be part of your video. Please give my buddy a shout out to my buddy. Shout out to you, buddy. Please check out the Magician Master 100. Check out my buddy Zeldin. He works very hard on his videos. And please check out my channel for those who want to check out my Dragon stuff when it comes to Vanguard and Yu-Gi-Oh! And with that being said, I'm going to be out of here. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.